Right, so shall I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, okay. Shall I go?
Right. Hello and welcome to the first ever our Crystal Palace podcast. Today with me is Jake and Neocash. They're fairly regular on the sub. And my name is Sam. Introduce yourselves, lads. Jake, go first.
I'm Jake. I'm a lifelong Crystal Palace fan. Used to live in South Norwood. I now live in the deepest, darkest reaches of Eastern England. So I get to listen to Palace on Radio London, which is the worst fucking thing in the world. And I get to watch us whenever we play on BT Sport once every 2 years.
And what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Ribena with sparkling water, dry January.
Oh, I did try December, but...
Yeah, screw that.
Carry that through. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not doing dry anytime. Yeah, I'm Neocast from Northern Ireland. Lifelong Palace supporter, thanks to my dad coming from Croydon. So, yeah, I'm on vodka and Fanta, so should be fun.
Should be fun. And I am Boom, and I hail from somewhere in South London. That's for me to know and you to not. I'm drinking Hobgoblin. Nice bit of ale.
Ooh.
Nice.
My story from how I started supporting Palace is actually quite interesting. I was on my way to my grandma's house when I was about 2 or 3 years old, and I go to my mum, who's that playing football out there? And it was just some like Sunday league team practicing, and she goes, "Oh, I don't know, Crystal Palace," just really moody like, and I was like, "Right, I support them then." And ever since then, supported Palace.
I'll be honest, I thought that was going to be there's some Sunday league team playing, and you just saw Ian Wright, and then just followed him. Ever since then,
just stalked him back to his house, going, "Hello."
So, what did we think of today's match then?
Hey, 3 points.
Woo!
3 points, yeah.
Hey.
Yay! Score in the 20th minute. Spend the next 70 minutes faffing about.
Absolutely. Would you have it any other way? Obviously, yes, but you know.
I mean, there were so many missed opportunities today.
From literally everyone. Kelly.
Yeah.
Benteke, Sacco, MacArthur. Literally everyone missed a chance today.
However, good performances all round, I thought.
The first half was, from the sounds of it, listening on BBC Radio London, was the best half of football we've played this season.
Shout out
supposedly.
Shout out to the Russian stream today.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Big up the Russians. I just realised what I said. But, no, everyone played well. Kelly is a player I think we needed him to do, and perform to a level that I don't think any of us expected to today.
That is for me though. That's what the best Palace players do. The ones that come in from clubs where it's kind of like they come in under the radar, and you just kind of think, "Oh, really? All right then." And then they just do nothing, and then they just give you a decent shift every now and then. I mean, someone like Marwan Chamakh.
Okay, so for that, everyone, the bot which we're using is terribly dodgy, as is Palace fashion, and cut out mid-sentence. Whoever was talking, please continue talking about whatever it was you were talking about.
He who shall not be named, who used to play for Arsenal, who left because Van Persie showed up, who played for us for a little bit.
Who had a shite haircut.
Say haircut. I think it was just...
In the loosest sense of the term.
Yeah, definitely. See, I like these players that come into our club because it's only recently we've started signing big name players. I mean, Cabaye and Benteke, we never ever would have got those players 3-4 years ago. I love these players that come in and it's just they were okay at other clubs. I mean, Martin Kelly was doing nothing at Liverpool, so he's come to us, and the amount of times I've gone, "Oh my god, I hate you, Martin Kelly," and then I nearly called him Matthew Kelly. But he does a decent job. When he needs to perform, he does perform.
Sorry,
you go.
Another player I think we can fall into that who's hit electric form this season. Bakary Sacco.
Oh yeah.
Bakary,
what is that?
The tugboat. Bakary. Bakary, stick a pony in my pocket. Sacco. Yep.
Bakary, right leg only. Sacco.
The thing is with him, he just again. I mean, he came from Wolves, didn't he? Did we get him from Wolves?
Yeah, he got him.
Wolverhampton's, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like he's out of contract in the summer and he's gone, oh, well then, I need to earn some money. Let's start banging them in. I mean, that goal against Leicester was
that was such a finish.
Didn't even need it.
And against Brighton.
And against, that was sweet.
We'll get to that. So, obviously, one goal today. We lost, missed a lot of chances. What did you guys think of our defence? Apart from Martin Kelly.
Defence was solid today. There was a couple shaky moments and everything. Hennessy did everything he needed to do today. I think his height and just a solid defence helped him. He's a lot more composed today than I've seen him in a while. Yeah, definitely higher.
The main thing is it's a clean sheet. So it's kind of, no matter what happened, it's a clean sheet. I mean, you look at our form at the start of the season, what Hodgson has managed to do.
Can we not?
No, can we not?
We don't have to.
We're literally handing out clean sheets to other teams.
But the funny thing is, we've lost one game in the last 12, and that's against our opponents next week. If we'd have had this form at the start of the season...
And even the loss against Arsenal, we could have actually snuck a draw there.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the Pardew season where we started off...
don't bring that up.
In reverse,
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. Everyone will love me for this, right? So, So we got the 5th. You know, we were dancing. Not necessarily like Mr. Pardew himself. We were dancing. We were happy.
Yes.
And then we fell off a cliff. But because of our performance at the start of the season, because I almost feel like what Hodgson's done is the football we're currently playing. It's not even just your standard, boring, 10 men behind the ball, Tony Pulis. No one's going to score against us, but it'll be 0-0,
If you look at how we played versus Man City, that was not a park the bus scenario.
Oh, that was incredible.
We went at Man City. We played football with Man City, and we managed to hold them off and could have easily won that if stuff had gone our way, like Lucas scores the penalty, or was it Wilf scores his chance?
Townsend.
Can
I just say about the Man City match? I'm conflicted about that because I really want to see Man City go unbeaten this season. I've never seen that before. I know they still can, and that's why I'm kind of conflicted. I'm kind of happy we didn't win that. But just putting it out there.
Yeah, but I see Liverpool beating them.
Yeah. Although if Luca had smashed that penalty in, I would have been the smuggest person around for a few months, to be honest.
This would be a very different podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as strange as it sounds, I think if we won that game...
We wouldn't have then gone on to win the next game.
No, I don't think we would have done. Because I think Palace are such a... I mean, Luca, the passion and the drive in that man, because he missed that penalty. He's proved a point that he's a player. He's not Christian Benteke. If Christian Benteke misses a penalty... then
he doesn't score for the next half season.
Exactly. He doesn't score the penalty and then he drops his head. Luca didn't score that penalty and he went, well, I've got a point to prove now.
And
he went right at it.
What a first-time finish against the Saints.
That was lovely. We beat Southampton. What was that about?
After long scores for the first time in 8 months.
Well, yeah,
because we're Palace.
And at least it wasn't a cup. Every cup seems to be, you're playing Southampton. Oh, great. Brilliant. Unless, of course, you play Brighton, but
Yeah.
So, overall, very happy with today's result and performance.
Yeah, 12th. Are we up to 12th now? I think it's 12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah. The only reason we're not 11th is because Huddersfield capitulated massively to Moyes' West Ham.
But that being said, we are only 5 points off the relegation zone. So we're not home and dry. Can't forget that.
No, it's very tightly packed down here.
It is. It normally is.
Yeah.
Well, mid-table doesn't exist anymore. There is no mid-table in the Premier League.
No. It's the top 6 and then the rest.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Burnley have not entered the top 6, but they have kind of entered that upper echelon this season, it seems.
They've been brilliant.
But if you look at their form, I was looking at a form table earlier. In the last 6 matches, Burnley have the worst form of anyone. They're literally 20th on form.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But they've got a small squad, and Sean Dyche has been given nothing.
Yeah.
Like, he's got no money to play with.
From the last 6 matches.
Imagine what he could have done with us. I would have been happy with Sean Dyche as our manager. Just putting it out there. I mean, I'm very happy with Hodgson, but the guy's 70, 71 years old.
He's not going to be here for that long.
No, I think he basically went, I can't leave losing to Iceland. That cannot be my lasting legacy.
And what a legacy it'll be if he keeps us up.
If manager of the season, definitely.
If that's the case, when do you think he leaves then?
I don't think he'll do a Sam and leave just at the summer. I think he will give us another season and he'll leave at the end of that one.
Yes.
I think he'll give us something to build off of. So, because that's what he's done at his previous other clubs, other than Liverpool, which was, we won't go into that, but he builds a platform for the teams to move on from, which is something we've needed for our entirety of the time in the Premier League, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, the problem is with our manager, I mean, roller coaster is exactly the one, because it's always, we came up with Holloway, and to be honest, what he did when he came in after Dougie, because Dougie decided to drop off a cliff and go to Bolton. When Holloway got us up, it was kind of like, I believe we were second or third in the league. And then we just kind of started losing. And I think we beat Peterborough on the last day of the season to then beat Brighton in the semi-finals. That was a beautiful day. That was. And then
what a day!
Then obviously beat Watford in the final of that the Championship playoff.
Yeah, Kevin Phillips.
Yeah. Oh, what a penalty, Zaha.
The pub I was in went mental.
Yeah, Zaha diving. It's funny how you dive after you get kicked in the legs. You know?
Oh yeah, obviously.
It's funny that, isn't it? But yeah, then obviously when we've come up, it's always because Steve Parish, he's done an excellent job with Palace. I mean,
I don't think there's anyone else in the world other than the people who took us over in 2010 who could have done the job that they have done.
Yes.
No,
where we are now is a miracle considering the state this club was in just 7 years ago.
Nearly didn't exist. And my choice of not picking Wimbledon, I was thinking, I didn't pick them. They don't exist. Oh, hang on. 2010 was a dark, dark time.
What I will say about Parish is great chairman. Should he be so involved in transfers? I don't think so.
See, that's the problem. He, in terms of managers, when he gets involved, he clearly likes his sexy attacking football. So it was always kind of like he brings in a manager like a Pulis to stop us getting relegated, hold the ball up, get results. We get results.
Then bring in someone who's going to try and make us attack, make us go forward, and make us play the sexy football that Parish wants.
Yes, which was Pardew, and then Pardew played sexy, attractive football. But when it doesn't,
and we conceded about 4 every game.
Exactly, and then you get rid of him, bring in Allardyce, you lock up again, and it's like, okay. So then Allardyce leaves, and we bring in Frank de Boer to play sexy, attractive football.
And concede 4 every game.
Exactly. Get rid of him, bring in Hodgson. Now, Hodgson's got that weird dynamic of we're not conceding, but we're scoring a lot of goals and playing really well.
The only team I can say looks like one of the old school mid-table teams right now is probably us because of the football that we're playing right now. Yeah. It's not just park the bus. It's not just good, solid defensive work. It's good, it's very attractive attacking stuff as well at times. Like we're not sitting.
We're not a boring side at all.
No, that's definitely not true, especially for our attackers. What I will say again about today's performances, I was really pleased to see Wilf stay out on the wing more. This season particularly, he's come more central, and that's mostly because we've been lacking a striker. Now we're getting Sacco and Benteke up front. He's got more freedom to stay on that wing and get the crosses in and operate in his more natural position.
Because he's been playing more of that Hazard role this season.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, he has been effective in using, to be honest.
I totally don't mind him doing that, but I think he prefers the wing work.
Yeah, well, Benteke hasn't been scoring because he hasn't been getting the service. Because, Zaha and Townsend have been trying to cut in because that's what they were having to do for an awfully long time. Now they're getting to actually play some wing stuff. And I'd quite like to see Kai kind of slide his way into the team because I think he's a pretty decent winger. And, I like the two up front, but I think we could probably make better use of Benteke. I don't think Sacco, now forgive me, subreddit, for saying this, I don't think he's going to give us this for the rest of the season. I think
I don't think so either.
It's a little blip. It's a great blip. It's a really good blip, but I don't think it's going to last an entire season.
How old is Sacco now, anyway? He's in his 30s, isn't he?
Which one?
The one that's scoring.
What, Diafra?
Alex just put in the chat. Sacco's 29.
Oh, Alex, that's brilliant. Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
So, he sort of, even if he, does continue it for the rest of the season, he's not going to continue it for that long, is he?
No. It seems like over the past couple seasons, the entire team's forgotten how to cross, basically. Yeah. As soon as we got Benteke in, it's almost like everyone forgot how to cross.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because it's like the premise of Palace was wingers cross. We finally get a decent striker.
We get the best target man in the league and one of the best headers of the ball. We can't fucking cross anymore.
Is that because we lost Balassi?
I think possibly.
I'm going to say no, because Balassi was also partial to cutting in as well.
Mm.
It's been prevalent in every single one of our wingers. They love to cut in. I think it's just a case of we became too effective at cutting in.
Yeah.
Our wingers became too good at cutting in and creating chances that way that they didn't feel the need. Well, even Townsend can create chances, and he's proven that he can get into good areas doing that. He scored a couple goals that way.
A couple goals? How many attempts does he has from cutting in?
Townsend's a weird one, because he's both. I think he has 2 versus Arsenal. The one last season under Sam, the one just there now. He missed the chance versus City. He had that great out of the box curler into the far post against the Saints, was it? No, it wasn't Saints.
That's a good question. I don't know who it was.
But it's a case of. But even if when he cuts in, even if he doesn't get a shot off or do that, he still puts the ball into dangerous areas, cutting in. But it's a case of the wingers, because they're so effective when they cut in, don't feel the need to cross. And then there's Then there's our movement off the ball. Like, how many times has someone been in a good crossing position and there's no one in the box?
Yeah, that has happened, especially with Benteke out.
Yeah, I mean, but even Benteke, like, his movement off the ball when he's on the pitch is a lot of the times it's non-existent.
Yeah, it's not the best.
No.
By the way, Nick, oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. No.
New mod on the subreddit. How about that?
Yes, a lot of corruption went into achieving this. I thank everyone who allowed me to pay them off to achieve this position.
Sam Allardyce brown paper bag, yeah? Sorry.
I have power, you know. Be careful what you say.
Shall we talk about Brighton, chaps?
No.
I have to go, lads.
As a city in general, or like?
Well, both. Let's first slag it off as a city and then slag it off as a club. I think that's the best way forward. Nice
agenda.
Right, it's full of gays. What's up with that?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm very sorry.
No.
That was rude.
No. It's quite a nice city. That's part of the pain.
Yes, unfortunately.
I've driven past the Amex and gone, oh, for fuck's sake, it's really lovely.
Well, it's just when you become a fan of the club down there, you just become a twat.
Yeah, pretty much. See, for me as a kid, it was always Charlton. And then, like, there was like, oh, you must hate Brighton. Like, why? But they're like a million miles away.
And then you got a car.
Yeah, then I got a car. Yeah, and I went, oh, no, they're not.
It's literally down the road.
Yeah.
See,
for me, like, as a kid, South Norwood's like in the middle of life, and then everywhere else doesn't exist.
Yeah.
See, for me, the Brighton rivalry's weird because I grew up in Northern Ireland, but my dad came from Croydon, so he's always like, you must hate Brighton if you're supporting Palace. I'm like, okay, I have no reason to hate them, but I just will. So it's like I didn't really have the context behind it for so long.
Yeah. It is a very weird rivalry. I will concede to that. It is very, very odd.
I had the history behind it, but it was a case of just because I was growing up in another country, I never had the background. I was never at one of the Brighton Palace matches. I never had a chance to drink it in. And
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I want to say that it was a shame losing to them in the FA Cup, but
I think it'll come good.
I don't think we needed a cup run. I really don't think we needed a
with
cup
our
run.
injury list. We can't afford a cup run.
No, definitely not.
We don't have the depth to play in the Premier League right now. Never mind have a cup run.
You say depth and Premier League. I was looking at our lineup. So our starting lineup's okay. I mean, Riederald is only really just kind of. He's okay now. He's not horrific. He's okay. But
he's better in midfield.
Yes, absolutely.
Gyro has to play midfield. He can't play defense. He's not strong enough right now for the Premier League.
Definitely. I mean, if you look at our subs bench, Speroni, Delaney, Van Bissaka, Suarez, Cabaye, Lee and Kai. That is not a Premier League bench.
Delaney's still alive?
The less 37
now.
37 this year.
My.
He's 37 this year.
So the result, we lost 2-1. I didn't actually see the match. I was busy. Did you guys see the match?
I did see the match, and
I saw half the match through a very bootleg stream.
Very good.
It was on BT Sport. I got to see it.
Yeah, I only have Sky, so I missed it.
It was just bland. It was what you expected it to be. It was us reserves going out there against a team of Brighton reserves. Essentially, the ground was half packed. It was cold. There was no trains. It was a Monday night. Yeah. People didn't want to get beaten up because of the problems last time. It is what it is, you know.
Speaking of the problems last time, did you guys see the video of the police cordon of the Palace fans?
No.
About 40 Palace fans, completely surrounded by about 60 police officers being marched down the road. It was absolutely hilarious, totally unnecessary. And I heard from a guy at the pub, basically what had happened is all the Palace fans in the pubs had been kicked out. Like all of a sudden, the police had come in and gone, Palace fans out now. Regardless of whether you'd finished your pint, you needed a toilet. Everyone needed a toilet. It was Palace fans. They were all drunk. So just out, and everyone was just wazzing in the street all over the place. The whole of Brighton must have stunk by the time we'd left.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there would be much change, to be honest.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nothing game. I mean, we're never ever going to get to the FA Cup final. We ain't going to get there in the next 10 years. So
10 years?
I really don't see it happening. Trust me, this roller coaster is going to keep going. Are we going to get relegated or not for a long time? Dougie Freedman's going to be our next manager. Trust me. I'm telling you.
If we're still in the Prem in 10 years, I'll be a happy man.
Exactly.
If the Prem still exists in 10 years, I'll be happy, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if you get the big teams going to the ultra European leagues, we might actually win it. There you go.
There you go.
And then get relegated in the ultra big league.
Yeah, I mean, who needs to play Madrid?
Not us. And not at this point, anyway.
Barcelona's just a shite Crystal Palace, really.
I had Palace.
Copying our jerseys.
I had Palace as a kid when I was playing Subbuteo, and if we were being really shit in real life, I'd just hey, it's Barcelona.
Easy cover.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, looking forward, Arsenal next.
Yeah.
I think we can give them a game, assuming we get, say, the likes of Ward or RLC back. We need more people back for Arsenal if we have a hope of beating them.
Yeah. Just a moment. Ward appreciation clap. He's been brilliant this season. He gets so much hate, and I just think he's so vital to our team. I mean, you look at the stats he's had this season. I think he's the player with the second most touches of the ball. You can't just take that element out and still expect the same sort of performance. I mean, maybe our performances weren't that good at one point, but they are now, and he's been involved in that, I think.
I believe he's also out of contract in the summer.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yep. There's a lot of players that are out of contract in the summer, and I don't understand how Joel Ward and James MacArthur have not signed a new contract.
Apparently we offered Ward. Apparently we offered Ward a new contract, but he turned it down.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Because in terms of right backs, we're going to lose Fosu Mensah, obviously.
And if we lose Ward, then we have to spend a load of money getting a right back and then a backup right back.
Yeah, Yeah, because it's been years since we've had a right back problem. I mean, we needed a left back for about 6 years.
Which is something Ward doesn't get enough credit for.
No.
He has been solid since he got here, and he has played almost every game non-stop for how many years?
Like 5 years now. I think the left back problem has always been quite weird because we had two good left backs. We had Dean Moxey and Jonathan Parr, who were both solid left backs in the Championship, and then we just sold them as soon as we got into the Prem.
Let's not talk about decent players in the Championship like Murray. So we're not very good at keeping decent players in the Championship.
No. So we need to get more players back. Is it at the Emirates, this one, then?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Because we played at Selhurst, didn't we, in December?
Yeah. And we lost 3-2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, who have they got in this match? Have they got out? Because they won't have Sanchez, will they? He's gone.
Well, it depends. He might not play because of all of the transfer stuff, but you never know.
It depends where he goes,
Yeah. When he goes and where he's going.
Because the rumour is he's going to go to City because they're going to wait out till the summer, not pay anything out for him, and then get him on a free. But now apparently United are going in, saying, well, we're going to give Arsenal 30 million and we're going to offer him more.
You could give me all the money in the world and I would not move to Manchester.
I don't understand. It's crazy. I mean, I thought that guy was because I come from a family of Gooners. And I've watched a lot of Sanchez, and there were times where he was the only player on the pitch that looked like he cared.
I mean, so did Wilshere.
Wilshere was unbelievable. Where has he come from? Where has his form come from? I'm guessing it's the World Cup coming up. He's gone, I need to start playing.
Sanchez at Arsenal reminds me a bit of Depay at West Ham. Plays unbelievably for a while, then as soon as he wants more money or to go to a better team, just mugs off.
Do you mean Payet?
Oh, Payet.
Yeah.
Depay? Sorry. Payet, yeah.
It's Manchester. Thinking of Manchester.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry. But it literally just mugs them off as soon as he wants more money or he wants a better club.
I think we're quite lucky that we don't often get that, which is quite nice.
No.
Because Wolf didn't do that when he went to Manchester. That was when he left originally. Him to go. We didn't want him to, but it was like, okay, you got to accept it. He needs to go to a bigger club. But I don't think we've ever had a player leave us in kind of a screw you. Not that I'm aware of.
Not in recent years. I mean, Dougie kind of, but he wasn't a player at that point, was he?
That was hilarious.
We've had a couple of managers do it.
Yeah.
A couple, all of them. Every single one.
Just flicking the V's while walking out the door.
Yeah.
So, speaking of transfers, who are we getting, boys? Who's coming in? Who's going out?
Oh, that Spanish one who we're going to court for? Gator, I think?
Is he the keeper?
The keeper,
yeah, the keeper. It's such a Palace. It's such a Palace transfer. It's like we agree on a fee, and then next day, what do you know? We're having to take the other club to court.
Was it £4 million and £1?
Yes, we bid.
Yeah.
They said that they would accept any bid. Apparently, there's a thing in this contract now that says if anyone bids over 4 million, they're allowed to
release clause.
them. Not a release clause, because his release clause is 8 million, but they signed a contract or something saying that any bid over 4 million would be acceptable. So we bid £1 over that because we don't want to pay more than we have to, and we're Palace.
Yep.
And apparently that mugged them off because they're just like, well, we've just screwed ourselves out of a shitload of money. Well, and now they're not letting us sign him, so it's going to court.
Yeah, it's like saying here's some complimentary sweets. Well, don't take that many.
Do you reckon the same would have happened if we bid £4,100,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think when they said anything over 4, they were thinking
4.5, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Is what they were looking.
Yeah, like don't take the piss.
I was about to send Parish a DM. I'll send him £100. Jesus Christ.
Here's a cheeky £5 that'll push it up over the edge.
Yeah.
I think for me, in terms of transfers, I'd I'd like to see Loftus-Cheek. I know there's a very good chance it won't happen, but
It might happen this summer.
if you're him and you're looking at the Chelsea lineup, are you going to get in that squad ahead of Ross Barkley?
Nope.
Right now, I don't think you are. Even if you get him for another year on loan, maybe.
I heard they were going to put him alongside Ross Barkley.
That's going to be a very physically weak midfield, sorry.
Could be, yeah.
Which is something Chelsea's had issues with.
Yeah.
When playing Fabregas and that other guy. Doesn't really matter. But
because they've got Bakayoko, they've got Kante. So those...
Yeah. When it's Bakayoko and Fabregas, they can't play in the midfield. Their midfield's too weak with Fabregas and Bakayoko. When Kante comes in, he covers for the pair of them, but they've been weak in the midfield.
I think there's a very good chance we'll get him on. If we get him again, I think we should just get him on. Because he wants to play football. He's not going to play if he's at Chelsea. It won't happen.
There's also his current relationship with Wilf.
Yeah.
Those two have an exceptional partnership and understanding. The passes they've been playing to each other when they've been together is exceptional.
So he's going to take Wilf to Chelsea, yeah?
No.
I don't think they take him. Although, could we get Victor Moses back?
I'd love to get Victor Moses back.
Yeah.
But we don't play wing backs.
Well, we kind of do though.
We need a right back. There you go.
We need a right back soon, or Ward to sign an extension. And even if Ward signs an extension, we probably still need to cover right back anyway. Because that's the issue we had with Suarez. Is as soon as he was injured,
Lord Friars came in. Lord Zeki.
Let's not go into memes.
Let's do.
Remember that beautiful cross Zeki did? None of us expected that cross.
90-something minute.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're a club hero, when it's, do you remember that cross? Anything else? Shut up, that cross.
Same with Pardew, wasn't it? That he scored one good goal, and as soon as he came back, I remember going to a match against Newcastle when he was their manager, and our fans were chanting, "Pardew is an eagle, Pardew is an eagle," just because of that one goal. He was rubbish the rest of the time.
Was it the Capital One Cup?
I think it was the semi-final.
It was the semi-final versus Liverpool.
The FA Cup, yeah.
I meant the game that you went to.
I think it was actually, yeah.
Yeah, where Kai scored and it was like we ended up losing 3-2.
I think it was 3-2, yeah.
Because I remember that was the game where Warnock was like, yeah, I went up to Pardew and I said, you should join Palace.
It was Warnock, yes, it was.
Oh, man. Warlock, what were we thinking?
We've made some rash decisions over the years.
Yeah.
But we're currently 12th in the Premier League, so we ain't doing that.
Oh, that's questionable.
Well, to be fair, this is the first point of the season we've had more points than we've played games.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Especially after giving the league a 7-game head start.
Oh, man. I remember when I don't know if you guys play FIFA. Put on this year's Alex Hunter thing, when you got to pick your team, you know how it usually comes up and says the club objectives. So it'll say Arsenal get in the top 4, Chelsea win the league, and it's usually fairly realistic as to what the expectations will be. So Palace manager Frank de Boer, expectation finish top 6.
Oh
yeah,
hey,
everyone expected us to do.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
That being said, our squad in FIFA is pretty good. Shout out Alex, obviously, because he was the one who did the ratings.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, refused to stick Wilf up to a 90, but
yeah, that was a bit mean. Oh, he's typing.
Oh, you said it. And you've said it now. There you go.
He's happy. He's okay.
Good. Well, if you want a 90 Wilf, just get him on Ultimate Team upgrade or whatever the bloody hell it is.
Yeah, but those things don't last long.
Yeah.
Inform, okay.
That's the one. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Man.
Listeners, he's just sent a winky emoji. In case you didn't understand what was going on, that's why we're laughing.
Yeah, we're just laughing at Alex.
Is there anyone else we could feasibly get transfer? I mean, we're looking at Diafra Sakho.
I'd love that.
I think that fell through.
It's something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that fell through recently. Oh, I
No.
can't remember what it was.
Who else? I mean, it's difficult to get a striker in January.
It's difficult to get anyone in January.
Yeah. Plus prices are up in January, which is why I'll be exceptionally happy if we get a keeper for 4 million.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you get clubs like Liverpool getting Van Dijk for 75 million.
75 million.
Like,
just a reminder, 4 years ago, that's 5 mil off a world record signing fee.
Yeah.
For Virgil van Dijk, a guy of the same name as one of the Thunderbirds.
And Dick Van Dijk. Spelt differently, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, that was 5 mil off of Gareth Bale, wasn't it?
Gareth Bale was 80-something million.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Babacar for the 5th window in a row?
Abuba.
At this point, yeah. Just because why not? Because he'll be a club hero, just because I feel like he's already been playing for it.
5 windows in the making.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if like Steve Harris has actually been doing this for 5 windows? Just, I really like this guy to every manager. Just Sam Allardyce, what are you doing, Steve?
Just my thing is, I mean, in terms of
what are you doing?
We want to get this Serbian guy from Olympiacos. No, leave it.
Abuba Babacar.
The thing is for me, I mean, I've never been in a transfer situation. I don't know how everything goes on, but I just can't imagine Roy Hodgson. I mean, as much as he's a hero to us now and we love him, I just can't imagine him inspiring these strikers. Do you know what I mean? I just can't, you just walk in, you just see this man that looks like Theresa May.
He's not getting...
looking at you.
He's not giving me a speech reminiscent of Smithy addresses the England team.
No. Or Mike Bassett, England manager. We're playing 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
You're not getting any of that.
The classic.
You just get, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Just go score a goal, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
I'll
he's
give you 20 quid and a hot... No. He's got to be doing something, though.
Well, Scott!
I'll be honest with you, I don't think anyone's shouting at Wilf. I think Wilf comes off the pitch and they're just going, we love you. Don't leave.
Just hero worship.
Please don't leave. We love you.
Speaking of which, who's that guy at the match who every time the ball goes anywhere near the keeper shouts away?
It's
because that's been there for so many seasons, and it's just every time the ball goes near Hennessy or Speroni, it's just away.
I've never noticed that. I imagine it would be Joel Ward.
Do you mean
he's nearest to cameras, isn't he?
Yeah, it might be.
I thought you meant a fan.
No,
it might be a fan. We don't know.
It could be the entire ultras, just in unison. Away!
With a drum, just.
Yeah, literally, that's how bad Hennessy is. We have to remind him every time the ball comes near him.
Away!
Well, at the Brighton game, I'm not sure if I was mishearing it, but I'm fairly sure the Brighton fans were going, "Oh, you're shit." To which the Palace fans were then going, "Oh, we already." Which I thought was a bit harsh because he's not shit. He's a decent keeper. He's a decent shot. He's a good shot stopper.
Decent shot stopper.
Yes.
However, he has a mistake in him, or 2, potentially 3
per match.
Yeah, but compare him to someone like Joe Hart. Is he worse than Joe Hart?
I'd say no right now, considering.
Exactly. And he's worth, if you wanted to buy him, you'd have to shell out 20-30 million. So
yeah, but there's the thing of him having the England flag next to his name. Yeah. That pumps up the price.
Yeah, but then again, Wayne Hennessy was in the Euro semi-finals, so
not by any skill.
Yeah, but, I mean,
although to be fair, he did make a couple of good saves leading into that for Wales.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyone got a second team, by the way?
England.
I do have a second team.
Yeah,
but I will not mention it because politics in Northern Ireland, basically.
Okay.
Oh right. Okay. Very good. I'd just like to say Plymouth drew 1-1 with Doncaster today. Not a bad result for the Pilgrims. 13th in League One now. That's all.
All right.
Oh, nice. Just completely blank that.
Okay.
That advertisement was paid for by a Plymouth Argyle FC.
Speaking of advertisements, we don't have any. I asked.
What do you not give us money?
If you want to go gambling, we suggest ManBetX for all your gambling needs.
Jake,
Whatever the fuck that is.
Do you work for any local company you'd like to shout out?
No.
No? Okay, good.
Fuck them.
Jameeby, I do have a sort of advertisement. It's not advertising, but Jameeby has a Twitch. If any of you would like to go watch him on Twitch, I don't know what he plays.
Oh, he plays a lot of horror games on the Vive.
All right. So go follow Jameeby on Twitch if you have Twitch, or if you know who Jameeby is. I didn't, but now you do.
There we go.
I want to say a shout out to a Hopkin looking a curl one, just because.
Oh, good, great website.
Yes. Just, I think that's
one of the best pals sites out there, really.
Yeah.
Oh, also shout out to Homesdale. .net. That's the message board I always used to go to as a kid. So yeah, I think that's our podcast, boys.
There you go.
All right. So thanks everyone for listening. Be loud, be proud, be Palace, and we'll see you when we see you, probably next week.
Aye, after the Arsenal game when we were all crying.
Yeah. Bye. Fucking Craig. I'm going to leave this in. Everyone is madly fighting to get the bot to leave our.
Fuck you, quick! Yes, the bot that we use to record these podcasts has decided to stop
working. Yeah,
it's continuing to record us. The thing's over, but it's like it wants us to be recorded.
The thing is, I can't download this audio file until it stops recording.
And here we have Alex frantically trying to kick the ball.
Alex, no, don't.
The poor bot's all confused.